Look, before we get to Sunday's big finale, break down to us just how huge cricket is worldwide, because nobody here follows it.
Well, I wouldn't say nobody. I mean, I think cricket is becoming a bigger sport on the East Coast because of various immigration things. But,
right.
It's a huge sport in Asia, in India, in Bangladesh, in Australia, in New Zealand, obviously. In England, where it was founded, you know, it was first played. It's still a huge summer sport. We're talking billions of people. It's one of the really true global team sports behind basketball and soccer, I would say.
It is, and it's something that we Americans are missing out on, or most of us, let's say. Okay, so give us a sense of the action on Sunday. I mean, how did we get here? Or what teams fell along the way?
Well, as you said, we had 14 teams at the start of this. And most of the ones that we thought were going to advance did. I mean, the big news was England, who I said the first place that the sport was ever played was out before the quarterfinals, which was a bit of an upset. We've had some boring matches. We've had some really exciting matches. The semifinal between South Africa and New Zealand came down to basically the next to last ball. It could have gone either way. There's some really, really good action, and we're hoping that Sunday we see something very, very competitive. Earlier in the tournament, New Zealand beat Australia, but it was in New Zealand. New Zealand hasn't played a match. They've won all their matches. They haven't played a match outside of New Zealand. This one's going to be in Australia, and it's going to be a big ask.
And what about, first off, who's the favorite to win on Sunday?
Australia, because it's in Melbourne. It's going to be tons of crazy Aussies there going crazy, and it's going to be a huge day in Australia and New Zealand.
Aussies at a sporting match and New Zealand? Oh, my goodness. Chris,
yeah.
On a final note.
Beer stocks. Buy beer stocks.
I was going to say, it's like, yeah, I mean, beer all around. Okay. The growth in cricket, though, where is it growing the fastest?
Well, it's always been a huge sport. It's India's national sport, basically. That whole region can't get enough. It's growing a bit in the Middle East, even. That they've moved the headquarters to the Middle East. It's big in New Zealand and Sri Lanka and Australia. It's big in England. You even get the Windies, the West Indies. It's still a really big sport in the Caribbean.